Good day folks, this is Chris checking in for TradeTaxPlus, Centre of Excellence. This is our second technical video, and this video will deal with the proposed amendments to the VAT Act. How do you deal with tax invoices issued incorrectly? Now, a change that the National Treasury has agreed to is that tax invoices, let's just go back one step. In the previous version, they talked about cancellation of a tax invoice, and that created a whole lot of difficulties in all systems. What they've done now is they've exchanged the word cancellation for correction. So now you can correct an invoice, but they're not descriptive in terms of how that correction should take place. So technically, the way it's written now, if there is no VAT number, you can write the VAT number on the tax invoice. If I use the wrong address, I can scratch out the old address and write the proper address by hand on the tax invoice, which is a huge move away from the original system-driven proposed application of the process. So this is welcomed. It still needs to pan out in terms of how this will be implemented in practice, where you look at automated systems, and also the question of how do you prove that the changes that's been made on the invoice manually were made by the person that issued that invoice originally. So that's still issues that need to be addressed in practice, and maybe in due course we'll see a practice note coming out to deal with these issues. The only other thing is SARS have rejected the notion, or National Treasury has rejected the notion that this should be included as part of the Section 21 incidences, in other words, when you can issue credit notes. So as it stands at the moment, it's not a Section 21 incidence, it is simply correcting an invoice to comply with the requirements of the VAT Act. Okay, so that's quite simple, straightforward, and it will hopefully sort out a lot of the difficulties we currently faced with in terms of invoices technically not complying with the requirements of the VAT Act, but they are tax invoices. In the last session, we look at developments around the JVs. Remember, there was a suggestion that the JVs partners should be held severally and jointly liable for the tax effects, the liability in a JV. And National Treasury has responded on some of these issues. So hopefully you'll find that of interest in the next video. But for now, it's me, Chris checking out for TradeTaxPlus, Centre of Excellence.